Where's this guy? She's always getting here early.
Joe!
There's your, oh, geez, see, we're just about to text you.
Joe, I don't like texting. I
my-
like to shout.
What?
Joe!
Hi.
Hey.
What's up?
Don't fall in the pool. I'm going to hurt myself.
I got you coffee. Drink some of it. Sorry, but
Hey, buddy.
Hi. I think that's how you console.
There.
Wait,
yeah, there.
that's good,
there,
right?
There.
Yeah. What is this? I don't even know where to start.
I just got back from the hospital.
You did what?
Yeah, I was in the hospital. For real.
For real,
For real
life.
Yes. IRL hospital.
Why? What happened?
Well, did you ever have the feeling that you had a rusty old buzzsaw carving through your heart?
No.
Well, let me tell you something.
How's
It
that?
is not as fun as it sounds.
Oh.
Okay?
Okay.
And then at different times, it felt like needles
Oh.
crushing around.
What was better?
I'm gonna go with actually there was a weird slicing sensation that was more of a weird big paper cut feel, not as bad as the rotating saw blades
Right. Just
covered in rust.
Okay.
So
Got it.
the piercing was also a different experience altogether.
Sure.
So yeah, not the best week. So what I
No.
did was I don't feel safe. Hang on, let me get.
Okay.
I'm not
Well,
even
let me help
prepared.
you. That's just, you're exerting yourself here.
Give me.
I mean,
things. I
watch
don't
your-
feel- I'm not even
look,
dressed
your
to be casual.
naughty
at all.
bits are gonna fall out.
I've needed more of a casual Friday
Yeah,
than ever
get
before.
casual if you can. Do you need some help putting it on? I can.
Yeah, well, I don't really
you.
need this. They just had these
No.
things laying around.
Okay, that is fun.
This is just
Yeah.
a
It's throwing the pool.
This is hard. Throw that.
Yeah, we don't
This
need
is
that.
also, I don't know why. I found this, but this is more for like special occasions, like a tuxedo.
It's
That
like a
probably
girdle
would
kind of
work.
thing?
Not that, it's for the other aches and
Oh,
pains.
okay.
Girdle? I wasn't wearing that before I went to the hospital, certainly. Oh,
Yeah, you gotta look good, you know?
well, again,
All right. Oh. Jeez, let me help you.
I'm
God,
grabbing the
yeah.
wrong fabric and I don't know what to
You're
do.
grabbing the towel. I don't even know if you'll be able to go in the pool tonight.
I don't think
This
it's
is-
safe to swim in the pool.
No, I mean, you should have just.
Maybe a
you
white
should have just
bob.
stayed. Did you escape from the hospital?
Well, they wanted to keep me there a lot, but they're charging me. They're no fist.
Oh, tell me about it. So, and also, did you just go
Well,
on
I
a
needed
trip?
an overnight bag. I needed to be prepared. I just need to be
okay.
safe. Let me get some.
All right.
Thank you. I'm very parched.
Good.
They told me to stay hydrated.
Okay.
That's one of
That's
the
one
things that I
thing.
need to do. Here, hold this.
Okay,
That's
got that.
All right. This is from a different show. Hang on
Okay.
a second. That's not there. Who's
All
it?
right.
Who is that? I don't even recognize that one. This. I might start wearing this every.
Oh, that's perfect for here.
I
The sun
think so.
is
Keep the
brutal.
sun right out of my eyes.
Wait.
Let me tell you something about this hat. This is going to be like Fonzie's jacket. It's going to wind up in the Smithsonian.
Okay, looks like
right here.
is that Curious George? Do you
Gilligan, you mean? Oh, the man in the yellow hat, the Curious
maybe.
George?
I don't know.
That's I've got another one for a more patriotic event. You'll
Oh,
see
okay.
it there. Here's another thing. Oh, there.
Okay.
This is also for formal occasions, but I think it's a
Right.
bit hot today. I
So
don't
again,
know-
why did you bring up this?
Oh, well, this was just my overnight bag for the hospital, of course. What do
Okay.
you bring to the hospital?
All right. Oh,
Give
I
me
see
that.
you
Do you
got
not
some.
want to keep that?
Yeah, a little.
Well, there's
oh,
all these
that's your
medicines
medicine.
in
Yeah.
here. Yes, and I'll tell you that's what's happening. First, for safety. Hang on a second.
Yeah, because in case you fall in, that's gonna be it's gonna be
Oh, I
pretty
shouldn't
brutal.
overexert myself.
Sure. Would you want me to? All right. Sure. Allow me.
You are a dear friend. You are a dear friend.
This
You
is
got to
gonna be
bite
going
down
in.
on it a little bit.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I like that sort of thing. Don't sweat it. Just, there you go. That's all you need. Oh, all right, not too much. My blood pressure's been one of the issues here.
Okay.
Hang on a second. There's one more to go. Don't get
All
too
right.
comfortable. I'm not exactly saying.
He's gonna send me to
I'm
the
very
hospital
nervous
pretty
today,
soon.
and it's been a distracting week.
Right. Well, once I'm done with this, you're gonna tell me why.
Well,
Did you have a
you're
heart
a dear
attack or
friend.
something?
That's what I thought it was. All right, but it turns out that it wasn't that, and it wasn't. Jesus. I got a slobber all over it. I mean, I know you're excited. Thank you very much. You're a dear
Maybe
friend.
some spit in there. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
That
well,
makes it better or worse, but
yeah.
okay.
So
all right, down
I
to.
do feel better. I do feel better.
Good, good. Okay, so it wasn't a heart attack.
No.
Okay. It
So
wasn't
it
an
turns
alien
out-
bursting from your chest or
No,
anything.
and I
Okay,
thought
good.
that's what it was going to be as well. So I'm told that after much diagnosis, and let me have you been to the hospital in a while?
I was there a few weeks ago. I hate the hospital.
Me too.
More than anything.
I'm
I mean,
terrified of it.
should have gone to the hospital a few times over the past decade or so. I mean, I have scars of wounds that were gaping open. I should have gotten treated, but
Yes.
I didn't. I told you about the cactus incident. I probably should have gone to the hospital with that.
Remind me of the cactus
Oh,
incident
I
quickly.
got a jumping cactus stuck on my hand,
Oh!
and then I went to go take it off, and I got the other hand
Oh,
stuck.
like a cartoon character?
Yeah.
You
And
fool!
it was all torn up, and it was bleeding, and I dipped it in like a stream of like gross water.
Oh,
yeah.
my
So I
God.
probably should have gone to the hospital, but I didn't.
Shocking.
That's how much I hate the hospital.
Well, my hands, this is where the power lies. These are my hands and what I need. My God, I can't even imagine what that would be like.
Oh, it was rough.
But also, my heart. Very important, my heart. Okay?
Sure, it's
So
very. Yeah.
I've got these shooting, darting pains in my heart. And
That's
I've
very
been
hot.
putting, it is hot. I was shocked you were even
Yeah,
wearing
it's
that,
very hot,
okay?
yeah.
It's alive. I think he's sleeping now. But I have these shooting pains, and I'm putting it off. And because also, I'm not sure if you noticed in this country we call America, healthcare is almost like a four-letter word. It's terrifying. People bring it up,
Yep.
you hear about it, and you're inundated with it. It's almost just like, stop!
That's how I am with it.
Which is bad for us. Because
It is.
it's literally bad for us. So I've avoided the hospital. Let me tell you, to find out who's my emergency contact, I don't talk to that person anymore.
Oh, no, really?
No, it's been a long time since she's been in my life. So it was shocking to be like, this is how much I've avoided the hospital.
Yeah.
So I've had pressure and pains in the chestal area, on and off, for months.
Oh.
But I'm like, it's probably just stress. That's
Yeah,
what people
yeah,
tell you.
yeah.
It's probably this. And then there's also a weird numbness to this side of my face sometimes. And that's when, I don't know.
Yeah.
But I feel like that's a little left over from the surgery I had.
Oh, right, okay.
So it's
Yeah.
tough to tell when you got pains down the left arm.
Sure.
And it's like, is this a new pain?
And you do always want to justify it, like, oh, it's probably just that thing. It's just like when your car's not working.
Right.
Like, it's
Because who wants to go to the hospital? Who wants to go to the hospital? So I've been putting it off. And then finally it's like, well, what's the breaking point? And I think I reached it the other day because I did. I was just like, this is too scary. It hurt too much for too long for the first time in a while. Which means that whatever's going on isn't in my imagination, nor is it getting better.
yeah, it's not going to fix itself.
Right. And then you tell people about these things, like, I've been having a little chest pain. A buddy of mine once told me that, and 15 minutes later,
Oh,
I
yeah,
called
I
him
know.
in.
Right.
So
Yeah.
that's what happens.
His heart exploded.
Yeah. But I still went to work because I just started that new job. So I don't want to cause trouble.
This was Saturday night.
This was Thursday. I picked up a Thursday shift. So it's
Oh.
even I picked up a shift.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah. And then I remember Thursday starts Wednesday at midnight.
Right. Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
and
Okay.
that's
Okay.
always
Okay. Okay.
confuses me.
Yeah. Oh, so this was
But
it.
that's what it is. So then I'm up for 24 hours, and I'm like, I think I have to go get this checked out because I'm terrified I'm going to just fall over. Making sure I'm keeping my phone near me just in case,
Yeah.
as if I'm gonna be able to go, help! No, in dramatic fashion.
Hit this like ex-girlfriend who's
Yeah. My emergency button. No! Emoji, no!
yeah. Her like
So-
child answer is
Yeah.
like
I saw a funny thing that there's apparently a big campaign over in Portland and Seattle area that don't text 911. You have to call it. That's a big real thing that we're dealing with. A lot of kids today, they text 911. So you got to make sure that you don't send a Snapchat to 911 and make sure for them to show up.
What
to
is
help you.
this?
Yeah. It looks like someone is dying, but he's also got a puppy face. I can't tell. Maybe he's playing dead. So Snapchat dangerous. when
Very
trying to
confusing.
contact
Yeah.
the emergency
yeah.
services.
Yep. Good tip.
Yes. So I wind up saying, all right, let me just go there. Which one am I going to go to? All right, I'll go to this one. I walk in. Right in the door. It wasn't that busy. Because also I was like, if I try to go at 2 a.m., 3 a.m., they're going to be packed and there's going to be one doctor. So why don't I just wait for the rush to end and the mania to settle down and a new shift to start around 6 a.m.
Yeah.
So I went in right in the door. So
Oh,
that was good.
good.
And they quickly just take all these little stickers.
I think usually too, if it's like a chest pain, heart
It's quick,
thing, they
right?
take you because it's they,
Right.
yeah, it goes in order of
Yep,
yeah.
of like emergency.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I reached my mental limit, and that's what it felt like. It's
Yeah.
like anxiety is the stress. Now I'm looking up anxiety. It says that could be causing the weird feeling on the face. So it's not getting better, you know?
Right. Right. Yeah.
So I think I just choose to go. It's going to be a long haul because I've already been up for 17 hours. Let's just go to the hospital.
Yeah.
Right in the door.
And this was emergency room.
Emergency room,
yeah.
the whole thing. This
Yeah.
thing I've tried to not do
Yep.
forever, and it's successfully not done for apparently over a decade.
Yeah.
Yes. So, but that's not good. So, I go to the emergency room. They put all these stickers on you, sticker, and then they attach wires. I'm like, wow. And then instantly they're reading all your vitals, like within a minute. I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
That's pretty.
Technology's
Yeah,
come a
look
long
at this
way.
technology
They were
back
still
in the day.
They were still using leeches
Yeah,
when
and
you
they
were
had
back
like a
when-
cone they put right on your belly and they listen in. So I end up doing that, and then they take me to the back room, and they're like, all right, let's do the heart, let's get an IV. And I'm like, oh, an IV, I'm really getting the whole service here.
Yeah.
All right, I'm at the hospital. Here we go. Like, this is terrifying. And now it's, at least I could take this calm moment to be like, all right, you made it. All the minutes and hours and 48 hours, I was like, should I do something about this?
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, you're at the hospital.
You're
if
in
anything
there.
happens,
It's the worst, yeah. It's
you're here.
The place you
Take
should
a breath.
Be.
Yeah.
Right.
Which I should probably do right now. So, one of the things
Take
that
a sip
happens
of coffee.
is-
Sorry, it
yeah.
melted.
Well, you know,
Just waiting. I took a few sips here and there.
I'll take a little charisma juice anyway. Anyway, so I end up doing that, and then you're waiting around, and then, you know, anxiety is just sitting there, and you're allowed to just relax, and you're in a hospital room, hospital bed.
Yeah.
You and your dark, dark thoughts. So it's just going, you know, it's the way it is. Doctor comes in, hey, tell me about this, tell me about that. And I'm like, also, I forgot to mention. So I'm like, piercing, squeezing, all this stuff. Also, I forgot to mention to the other, you know, he's like, I'm an emergency room doctor, I'm very busy. You have to focus on this one thing. I can't hear about all your things. Because I've had a weird numbness in my leg when I sit in my computer chair for too long. But it seems to be it's only that chair. Maybe it's haunted.
Okay, I'm glad you didn't tell him that.
Well, no, I did. I said I have a weird numbness here that happens because it's like
And
it gets
he's-
pins and needles.
right.
And
And
I'm
he-
like, does that have to do with maybe some of this, like pins and needles, pins? He's like, no, it's probably not related because your blood pressure's fine. But let's focus on the chest area because that is what's giving you the thing.
Right.
And then when you go to your primary care doctor, because I made an appointment with a new
Right.
doctor, but it's like, okay, we'll see you in 2 months. And that's
Yeah,
in
for
about
sure.
3
I mean,
weeks.
that's- yeah,
I
that's-
just couldn't make it.
Right.
Yeah.
So is this your first primary care doctor you've had?
I've had one before, and I went in there.
In Tucson or like
In
back
Tucson.
home? Okay. So I haven't even had one since I've been here 5 years. I
Okay.
never even have a doctor.
So I worked for a corporate grocery store, so you had health insurance, all right? I'm one quadrant away from having all of my teeth. Oh, that's great, but then I lost my job. So now I got one quadrant left of all dirty teeth.
Ah.
The rest, sparkling.
Dang.
So I used the insurance, and I was able to go to the doctor, get a primary care physician, and I go in there like, I call it like Costanza, okay? Where it's like, all right, my dad just had this thing. I believe I was 34, about to turn 35. Can you check my prostate? And he's like, why are you coming in here demanding to have your prostate checked? You seem a bit young. And I'm like, oh.
And a little too willing.
Yeah. I'm like, well, my dad just had prostate cancer, and now I'm all freaked out, and
Yeah.
this, that, and the other thing. You know, and also, thing with this, my grandfather had quadruple bypass surgery at a point in his life. So it's
Right.
like, I know heart conditions are a thing, you know? So he goes in, he comes back and talks to me afterward about, like, after all the tests and this, your weight, your height, this and that. Said I could obviously stand and lose a little weight, which is just fine. You know, I'm sure he was just jealous.
Yeah,
But
sure.
he tells me that.
He's
and,
body shaming you.
And
You shouldn't
laughs at me. He's like, I wish I had a chart like this. He's like, I'd hang it on my wall. What's the matter with you? You're fine. You know, because I'm fine. Because they just give me a general checkup, and I'm going in there nervous thinking what could possibly be wrong. Oh, I know I felt
Okay.
this here once. I know back in August this happened. He's like, everything's fine.
Yeah.
Maybe work on this, cut out some sugar,
Yeah.
but you're fine. So that was the last doctor's check, was like 4 years ago.
Oh, okay,
right?
got it. I thought you were, all right.
No, so now, all right, it's been 4 years, you're older, getting toward 40-ish, maybe not, nobody's business. But, you know, you gotta take care of yourself. And, all right, let's make the primary care doctor thing. Oh, I see you in 2 months, and I'm like, I'm in pain. All right.
Yeah.
So, but at least I'm gonna go to that, and here's the doctor's results. So
Okay.
they check everything out, x-rays, all that stuff. Turns out, I'm not imagining things, which is always, as a stupid guy who's stubborn and doesn't want to do this, okay, at least I wasn't being a hypochondriac, even though, like, big deal if you are.
Yeah.
It turns out, it's a real sexy thing called esophageal spasms.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. So
So that
because
has
of
to do with
acid
the
reflux,
esophagus?
yes.
Okay.
Is spasming, like the way you get a Charlie horse in your leg. The worst thing ever.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So it's a Charlie horse
Yes.
in your
Yeah.
esophagus.
Yes. So that is what it's, so it's spasming. And because your esophagus, he goes, it's actually a little more to the left. That's why if you feel in the heart, and you'll feel tingling down here.
Oh, okay.
They had to check my gallbladder, and they're like, even if there's a problem with that, you might feel that pain here because the nerve bundle goes to there.
Got it.
So it's like, oh, okay. But at least calm me down, because knowing is half the battle. You gotta know.
Yep.
And
Learn that.
so now I'm like, all right, it is a thing. He's like, your heart's fine. Heart's not gonna explode. Like, you have a good heartbeat, fine blood pressure, all that stuff is fine. I'm like, okay, good. Because again, you think it's been a few years, and it's like, what if I've just skyrocketed to something bad? And
Yeah,
because
true. Yeah.
here, now this might be sexist, okay? But because I'm a guy, I don't take care of myself, and I'm not aware of these sorts of things. I'm like a jalopy. Okay? A lot of guys.
Just roll forward.
Keep going. Just
What's that
turn the back
noise? You
seat.
turn on the radio
Exactly,
louder.
just turn that radio up. Okay? So that's exactly it. And when I've had girlfriends and significant others, there is a thing that you get out of having relationships.
For sure.
Someone cares for you.
Yes. Yeah,
Okay?
You say, oh, my chest hurts. You should
They
go to a
haunt you
doctor.
to
Right,
say, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Go to the doctor.
Yeah.
Okay? And if your mother does it, it's shut up, stop it. Because it's
Yeah,
it's different.
because mom's overreacting
Right.
or whatever.
Don't nag me about that. But then certain times someone else says something, maybe she's right.
Yeah.
And that's also how you discover things like sushi or trying to go to you know, let's go to Crete for a vacation. Oh, all right, I've never heard of that place. But apparently it's very nice. So things like that, when you have a significant other, they take care of you. Women are more in touch with their biological everything because they are. Guys are horrible. They're garbage. They're dumpsters. Okay, we don't
And I
take
think
care
it's
of
a certain
nothing.
stubbornness too. It's the same thing that is like the directions thing, like not wanting to ask for directions.
Yes.
Like, nah, you
Yeah,
know, like
fine, I'm
My
fine.
dad's like that.
Walk
he's,
it off.
You know, getting towards 70,
Yeah.
but he still thinks
Yeah.
he's a teenager. You know, like
And it is a generational thing, and you know me. I'm a guy that can express his emotions. I've gotten over that hump. I'm an emotional fella.
Yeah.
But still, when it comes to certain things, it's like, I know how to change a spare tire, and damn it, I'm not going to go to the hospital either. And it's stupid. You don't want to feel weak or sick or you know, whatever.
Right.
Or then
Mortal.
turns out you were being overdramatic, and it was nothing. And I was like,
Yeah.
well, it turns out it was something, so that's good news?
Right.
No. Okay. But that's the thing is that
All right.
it's finally time to go get a checkup. So I did. All this stuff happened. It's been one of the worst experiences, but at least I found things out. And now the next step is I got to go to a specialist and get scoped, because that's when they can knock you out, they put tubes down you. Because a long time ago I did have the acid reflux problem, but it was more here. And then
Okay.
I felt a sharp pain here, which was scary, right? Because it turns out that they do getting scoped is they go in you and they take a little sample of whatever's growing or showing, and then turns out I had a thing called Barrett's esophagus.
This is before or
This is a few years back,
Oh,
and now
right.
this is similar.
Barrett's esophagus.
Barrett's esophagus.
Who's Barrett?
Jesus. All right? It's got some bad
Terrible
news.
esophagus,
All right?
too.
It's true. And I always almost confuse it with Moore's Law, which is, do you know what
Oh,
that is?
yeah, that's the
Everything's
double,
technology, right?
yeah,
No,
the
it's Barrett's esophagus.
microchips.
It's not Moore's
It's
Law. Nothing
totally
better
different,
here.
yeah, not even close.
So what that was is it's this thing, and it's like scarring on the inside that the acid is burning you. It's my body
it's
produces
eroding your...
too much acid. So basically things that I used to eat, like a lot of red meat, also sauce.
Yeah,
right?
well,
Very acidic.
Jess has that too in citrus stuff.
Yes.
Because clementines was something that we were eating a lot.
Oh, really?
And that was triggering it
Yep.
a lot.
I think one of the things
Sauce.
that caused it recently, I've been doing a little schmoozing, a little boozing. Red wine. Red
Oh
wine.
yeah,
Brutal.
you
Remember
were
that?
yes, I remember nearly finishing a bottle with you.
Oh, and then
last
I
week.
remember nearly not being able to finish it even while we were doing something.
Yeah.
And I had to stop because
Yeah.
I felt horrible.
Uh-huh.
So it was like an attack of just volcanic ash.
Yeah, yeah.
So that's what a lot of this is. It's all this acid, and it can scar and hurt your insides.
I'll have to go back and listen to that podcast and see if we can hear your esophagus burning.
It probably is.
Yeah.
You can see my face. You can see it. There's a moment where I'm just like, and I just put it down. That's it. And I walk off and get water, and you're like, that's your only break. I'm like, worth it. Because I could not breathe.
That's wonder why you were pounding your chest for
Yeah,
half the show.
that's all. Just keep talking. Okay. So that's what it is. Acid reflux been burning my insides. My
Okay.
body overproduces acid.
Oh.
So if I have a piece of bread or a drink of water or whatever, he's had a turkey dinner. Let's gotta get rid of that.
Yeah.
That's what my problem is. And a lot of people have this acid reflux problem.
Yeah, yeah,
and it's
sure.
worse
Yep.
than people think.
It's common. I know my grandmother,
Yep.
Jess. I think my mom even
Yeah.
too. I mean, I'm sure I'll probably get it at some point.
This thing, so they warn me, it's like, there's a chance it gets cancerous. It's 5% chance, but it's like, oh,
5% high.
that's not nothing.
Like, yeah.
Right, and you want a 0% chance of that at the
Sure.
time.
Yes.
So it is just like, oh, better buy some celery when I get home. Like that's it. Like things got to change. So
what does that include? What are we talking
all right.
here?
So one of the things is going to be I gotta drink more water. Is a good
Water.
thing.
That's
Yes.
yeah. I mean, that's all of us can probably.
They said in
use that.
Arizona. I think they just put it right on the state motto. Welcome to Arizona. Drink more water. And I have to avoid coffee.
Oh well. Well, if you need a little help finishing that, I'm
At
ready.
some point, I'm not a god, Joel. I can't just kick it in a second. Leave me be.
That's tough. Well, it's iced. It's mixed with water.
There's a little bit of water. But yes, I've cut that down because it's the caffeine. So I'm going to switch
Oh,
sodas.
caffeine,
You know I
really?
don't like drinking soda a lot. It's You got to keep that stuff in control. So caffeine-free soda, I used to drink that growing up because I did have a caffeine allergy. It would give me horrible migraines.
Really?
Yep. So caffeine-free Pepsi Cola is my choice.
That'd be tough for me. Gosh.
Yeah.
Not so much soda, but
I think I can do it, but I'm going to have a tough time with this. I'm still going to maintain some of this because this is the trick. I mean, they say you got to change all these things, but they give you all these pills you can take.
No, that's right.
They give you pills
you can
to
just
take
keep
so you
going.
can enjoy
you
things.
can do whatever the hell you
I'm
want.
Italian. I need spaghetti once in a while. I think it's law. So this one was 4 times. I can have one of these now. So
All
we'll
right,
just,
there you go.
Right,
That's
Let's
and this
just
is,
do
and then
that.
what did they give you? What are you taking?
So this is dicyclomine,
Dicyclomine.
20 milligrams, 4 times a day.
You got the dice, bro.
Got some of this dicyclomine, and then this one's 1 time a day. Pantoprazole. It's not pantoprazole.
The pants.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It says pants on there. It does.
There you go.
Pantoprazole. Oh, this is terrible.
Pantoprazole. That
So
sounds
this
kind
is what
of
your
like an
typical,
Italian
like I think American
dish.
looks like when they're doing this sort of thing.
Yeah.
No idea. Oh, it is. It does. Sure thing. You got it, Doc. And that's what it is.
Yeah.
So
Magic?
yeah, here I'll even keep them out so I don't forget because now you got to set alarms for these sorts
Right.
of things. Now that's what happens.
So is
Joel.
this a
This
permanent?
Is some of what
this is a
happened.
permanent thing, or what's
My
that?
whole life, I'm gonna have to take a pill.
This is it.
I'm gonna be old. I'm there.
This is the beginning.
This is the
You're gonna
beginning
need
if I need pills.
the daily,
I am.
the daily thing.
That whole thing, the Timon was.
Right. You're
that
almost.
whole package.
You're almost there.
I'm so mad.
I'm not there yet.
This
yeah.
is where we're at.
This is. That's true adulting when they say.
And that's what you know what?
Yeah.
I said that.
Yeah.
I said this is the
Yeah.
true definition of adulting,
Yeah.
not like things like.
filling out a checkbook.
Yeah,
like,
I
we
mailed a
use
letter
checks, no.
today. Adulting,
yeah,
no.
yeah.
Having to take your pills. Having to take your pills,
Yeah.
I feel terrible. And yet
Yeah.
better.
Having to read like when you do get that bill, deciphering that.
Whoa, 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 whoa. They just let me walk out. I thought that was the point of the healthcare card.
No.
I didn't pay a dime. I thought that was the thing.
Yeah, no, it's all free.
Oh,
Yeah.
wait a minute. Okay. So after you've heard about not my nightmare, explain to me what I've just gotten myself into if you know anything about this at all. How
Yeah.
do you feel about healthcare and health in general and taking care of yourself? You have a wife. I'm sure she
do.
helps nudge you a little more in the healthy direction.
A little bit. The last time I was in, I went to one of the clinics, which is kind of a new thing. Usually I wouldn't
Minute
go.
clinic type of deal?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I went to one of those because it wasn't like crazy emergency. So I'll put it all out there. I was having trouble peeing. Which
I
is definitely-
remembered. We
remember?
were even going to talk about this.
Yeah,
we were going to talk
we
about
were.
a hospital
I'm
visit.
glad it came back.
and
Yeah,
we
yeah, that was-
forgot
that was like
because
2
you did
months
have
ago.
to- 2 months ago.
Yeah, so it was terrible. It was
How
like
you feeling,
completely
buddy?
blocked. Oh, perfect. I remember. I'll tell you when I got better because it was
Okay.
the day I hung out with you. So, impossible. Like picture like a hose, and just a feeling.
Don't
of-
be modest.
You know, like yeah, a very small.
Ah, don't-
thin
no,
hose.
don't beat yourself up.
Sure, a regular size hose.
Average, perfectly
Yeah,
sized,
yeah.
well-formed, picture perfect.
Sure.
There it
Yep,
is.
yep, yep. And the feeling you have when you're about to pee, it's as you're just gonna get this relief. and
Yes.
boom, it doesn't come.
Okay.
Terrible.
Yeah.
Impossible. So I went like a couple nights of just being uncomfortable. Had to pee like every 10 minutes because it would just dribble out. I'm
Whoa.
just gonna put it all out there.
Ah.
Today. Yeah, that's about as gross as it gets. Maybe, well, maybe. So after like 2 nights, I couldn't sleep one night and like, forget it, I have to go somewhere. So I
Yeah.
made it through the night. I think I got a couple hours of sleep, and I went to one of these clinic things. I could have at least made it because it wasn't painful so much.
Okay.
It was just something was wrong.
Yeah.
And it was very
And
uncomfortable.
still a few days go by.
Yeah, yeah, and it was very uncomfortable. And
Yeah.
yeah, what could it be? Is it going to get worse? Is it cancer? You start thinking all these things.
Yes.
So I go there and you do the sample and all that. So the first thing what happens, it was this weird time in my insurance when I was going to a new insurance, and it was like
Okay.
seriously like the day in between. Like the day, the one day that I shouldn't have gone there because I wasn't covered, I ended up going there. But the clinic visits aren't that expensive. They're like, so at first when I gave her the card, she was like, oh, it's gonna be $100 or $60, $70 or something like
Okay.
that. So I was like, all right, great. And then, so we figured out, oh, the card isn't good anymore because it expired yesterday. So she's like, okay, you're gonna pay in cash? And I'm like, yeah, I'll pay in cash. She's like, oh, it's gonna be $130. So, that was like the first thing you kind of figure out, like, oh, there's 2 different price points, which is super confusing. Like,
Right.
no other product works like that, But that's how healthcare is set up. So I go in there and you do a little sample or
You
whatever.
usually sometimes get a little discount if you're part of someone's like membership program.
Yeah, exactly,
Say 5%,
exactly.
buddy, because you're one of the in the club.
Right.
So the healthcare club.
Right.
Being covered.
But like usually you really don't have a good idea of
And
what
certainly
your
not more
insurance
than double.
covers.
Yeah.
Not double for sure. But the funniest part of it was I went in there, And so I figured it was probably a kidney stone. Like that's what I kind of like, you know.
That's where my mind went.
Yeah, for sure. And then so she's like, so it could be a kidney stone, it could be some prostasis. So my prostate's too big, which is like, you know, the ultimate kind of old man problem to have.
Yeah.
Like, you know, that's.
Yeah, that's what sent me running to the doctor.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm there, and then all of a sudden, I remember I was like looking away from her, and she goes, "Do you have rough sex?" So I turn around and I say, "Why?" And she says, "Well, you know, for some people, that's what, you know, that can cause that." And I wanted to say, "Yeah, I want to take that one. That's definitely the reason."
Shut that one down.
I'm too much of a man.
Yeah,
you're saying.
real good at it too.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, so I'm too good at it. Yeah, that wasn't why. Look at me. So it was inconclusive. I mean, I took these tests, nothing. They came back, they called me. So the next day, I had a terrible, miserable night, really painful, stuff coming out, whatever, okay? It was when you had did the Wild West Con.
Okay.
And it was right before I left for that. It was like 1 in the afternoon. Clean pee came right out. I've never been so appreciative of being able to pee in my life. It just, whatever it was, cleared out.
Fixed itself.
It fixed itself.
Like a guy does,
yeah,
right.
Yeah, after like a few days of bad pain.
Well, that's what you got to put up with.
Yeah.
You
Now
know?
it could have been maybe prostate, it expands and contracts. I don't know how it works.
Really?
Yeah, so.
So there were no stones, no nothing? You don't?
Nothing. There was nothing, at
Really?
least in their tests, you know?
Wow.
Yeah.
Because I have a buddy, and he suffers from kidney stones. I mean, it
And,
looks
and
like
that's
a
like,
tooth.
and that's like always been my number one of my biggest fears too, because that's, yeah, it's horrible. But I liked the fact that I was either in there like, oh, you have too rough of sex, or you don't drink enough water. It's like the lamest
One or the
reason
other.
versus the coolest reason.
Yeah. That's the fun versus what you coming here all day.
Yeah, exactly.
That's exactly. Hey,
Yeah.
that's amazing.
So it came out so right there, and then I still appreciate it every time. Just like, it's just
Sometimes.
fresh stream, you know. Gotta appreciate it. Everyone in the world should appreciate it every time they.
Everyone loves a babbling brook, but a fresh stream is nice.
Yeah.
You know. So that's it shows you how much it took you to get you there.
I
Isn't that
know.
crazy?
Yeah, like I should have gone days earlier.
Especially
really.
like for this specific area. Again,
Yeah.
women very much take care of this area like every day.
Right.
Guys,
Right.
ugh,
Yeah.
they don't even care.
I know. Oh, it's horrible
They
down
even
there.
call it beating it. Oh my goodness.
I know exactly.
That's
You
brutal.
do. Yeah.
What type of relationship is that to have? Obviously not healthy.
Yeah.
So your whole hospital experience was
was-
like
so
it
it
was
was-
just in and out, but it was
So-
just that, and then it kind of solved itself.
So that
and
was a
went home.
pretty- there was
they
a-
didn't give you anything that you think helped move something along, or did you drink extra
Oh yeah.
water?
They actually gave me some antibiotics, just
that-
in
do you-
case of. So
okay.
that that could have been it.
Maybe that was it.
Yeah, yeah. But it's weird that nothing came up. Like, what was I treating? You know? So who knows?
I don't
But
know.
I was honestly, once they said it was nothing, out of sight, out of mind. Like, I need to make a point with a doctor and follow up and say
Right.
this thing happened, and you know,
Again.
it's probably going to happen again.
I know. I'm
You know?
treating this machine like a
So fool me once,
Yeah.
fool me twice, you know, all that.
That's
stuff.
terrible. And
Yeah.
that's exactly the situation. I hate it. This stuff, again, it scares me, and I don't
Right.
understand it.
In the billing part, I have a different one. So
Yeah.
the billing one was, we had to go to the emergency room. I won't go into detail, but it was a couple weeks ago or maybe a month ago. So we're in there, and it turned out to be nothing. It was one of those things where it was just a scare. And in the late, they come around with these like mobile carts,
Yeah.
like the billing thing, and that's where they trap you and get your insurance and get
It's more of a chariot.
yeah,
It's the whip,
chariot,
it's the
sure.
scariest part.
Yes, giving us your money. So, so I have insurance, and she's kind of offhand, very casually, she's like, it's going to be about $800. Like really, like not even looking at me at the
Yeah.
screen,
Yeah.
and like, like somebody tells you something that costs $800. That's like. Okay, cool. I guess I have to get a second job now. It says,
So slap those Uber stickers on the car quick.
yeah, exactly.
Lyft, Amazon, I'll just do it all.
Right, yeah,
Who needs
everything.
sleep.
Yeah, but so offhand, like, excuse me,
Yeah.
$800. Yeah,
That's and that's one of those things about insurance. That's why some people they hated the insurance thing that you have to have it. It's mandatory. It's a crime now if you don't have insurance,
Yeah.
right? And then yet we all agree that if you have a car, you have to do it. Like, and that's one of the things about
yeah.
Doesn't that make sense that we all have to be out there like insured
Right.
to make sure that like when something's thousands and thousands of dollars and you've got $100?
Yeah.
Like that's the way it is. But I see how people feel. So my sister's never had a car accident, nothing like that,
Wow.
right? And she's been paying insurance her whole life, right? Obviously, just like anyone does. So
Yeah.
to her, insurance is like, ugh. Now I have had several collisions,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm way ahead of insurance as far as I'm concerned. Also,
Oh, yeah.
this surgery I brought up a long time ago, they send you the bill and they send you what you owe. So I owed a few $1,000s out of $38,000 or something.
Yeah.
Because you look at it, it's
Well,
like,
that's the thing. The original price. It's like where.
Because it's
And
this
it's not
weird-
like any other sort of like we were saying. It's not any sort of product where you know the price of something. Like
Yeah.
if you bought a car and there were all these conditional things. Well, like well that's gonna make it this much, and
Yeah.
and they don't tell you the price until after you've
Well,
gotten in the
that
car
is-
and drove it away.
And that's kind of how cars work. That's why you go to different lots, you get different things. You're going to buy the undercoating, you know you need that.
Yeah, but they
Like-
give you the price before you buy the thing.
Sure.
The thing is,
they do just send you right out of the hospital. And off
it's
you
like
go.
because it doesn't matter that you can't be like,
did it.
no, I'm
No,
not,
no.
I'm not going to take that
Yeah.
that price you just gave me.
Yeah.
I'm saying no, and I'm going to another hospital.
Yeah, they'll treat you
I'm in a
better.
bargain shop here.
Nope, none of that. Ugh. And again, you also get what you pay for, don't you?
Yeah, for sure.
Because when I did have health insurance at the big corporation, I had the platinum package for the price of the bronze
Oh, okay.
That one
What's that like?
package. Again, all new teeth, everything you want, go
Right,
in.
right.
You could even
Yeah.
go for like psychological help. You could go for all this stuff, massages, chiropractors, all that stuff, because they have a deal with obviously that health insurance company that says we're going to give you 2,000 customers.
Right.
So you're going to give us a sick deal.
Yeah.
Because then when I was off that health insurance, because they changed it, now you got to work this many hours to qualify, and
Okay.
I missed it by like a hair.
Ah.
And it's like, all right, you get now the sub-bronze -3 package
Right.
for the
which
price
is
of that.
barely
on your-
insurance.
Yep.
You won't get fined by the government, basically.
Yeah.
It's like that's the insurance
Yeah.
you have.
So it was pretty
doesn't
brutal.
cover anything, but
Yeah. But again, I think my whole life, again, I've been relatively ahead of insurance because of one incident.
yeah.
One incident
I've
that,
always had insurance.
that turned into
Yeah.
two, that turned into a surgery.
Yeah.
and
No,
a half.
that's
this was
not
a big
true.
surgery.
Actually, I went a couple years without health insurance.
Yeah.
I did.
Yeah.
Before
I didn't know,
it was
and I didn't have it for a little bit. And again, because I had back problems and like.
not car insurance. I've always
No,
had
no,
car
no. I've been
insurance.
driving around.
Yeah.
It was the same nervousness. Like,
Oh,
again,
yeah,
like,
okay.
You're driving around, sometimes you're nervous about everything because something's wrong, right?
Yeah,
Same
yeah,
thing,
yeah,
except
yeah.
this was the vehicle.
Yep.
I didn't have health insurance, and everywhere I went,
Yeah.
I was nervous about doing certain activities or doing certain things or jumping around, anything, lifting things, because I have this like back issue, and my sciatic nerve has got
My
Joel.
my
Oh,
sciatica.
I'm old. Joel, my sciatica acts up. I didn't even realize that's what I call it.
Well, this is when I was in Massachusetts. So they implemented the healthcare law before it was a nationwide thing, like where you had to have insurance. Like
Yeah.
that was like the only state to do that. And I used to pay, I paid $80 a month.
Yeah.
And you're on like the state health insurance, which is actually really good.
Yeah.
Mass Health is,
Okay.
it's very good because it's Massachusetts. They'll give anybody anything over there.
Here, have some of this medication.
Yeah, Massachusetts
You'll
over
like
there, right?
it.
So, but that was great, and like I didn't appreciate it until I
know.
didn't have that, because
Right.
you figure everywhere is like that, and it's like, oh no, it's not. And even the nationalized, I'm not going to call it Obamacare, Affordable Health Care
Yeah.
Act
Yeah.
wasn't like that. It wasn't as good. It wasn't as set up as well as the Massachusetts one, because it's only one state versus.
Weren't they basing
entire.
on it?
They were. It
I
was
remember
basically the
that.
same thing.
I remember that
the
conversation.
fines were a little bit lower. It was, it's a lot more to manage because you have all these different healthcare companies.
Right.
First of all, Massachusetts, you've got Boston. There's 1 million hospitals there. It's the center for healthcare in the country, so it's different, having it there. It's a lot easier to administer something like that.
Yep.
But it was so nice.
Yeah.
It was so good. There's a new. Did you hear there's a new healthcare company that's a friend. I was talking with him before he came.
Well, the lifeguard, he always
Yeah.
likes to give us a nod.
Yeah,
when he
he's a
gets
good-
off the ship.
he's a good guy.
I prefer when he blows his whistle.
Yeah, I like the whistle too. He left it home today. Yeah. So there's a new healthcare company started by Warren Buffett, Amazon, and what's the other one? JP Morgan. Did you
Okay.
hear about that?
No, tell me.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I knew another one, though, but I'm going to hang on to it. Don't let me forget. It involves Pornhub. Go.
Okay, this is super quick. So they just started this. They're starting this new healthcare company basically to cover their employees, because between the three of those companies, there's a ton of employees,
yeah,
right?
We're a city.
Yeah. So they picked this guy, Atul Gawande, I think is how you say it. He's a surgeon. He's written for a bunch of books and stuff, writes for the
Okay.
New Yorker. So he's like heading the whole thing up. But basically they're using it as like an experimental lab to kind of like see if they can figure out a way to
figure out a
better
new healthcare
administer
model.
healthcare. Yeah. And then CVS, I think you've heard what they're doing, right?
No
So
idea.
basically they're kind of finding the exit to the retail world, because that's all going, retail's going
Wow.
under, right?
Yeah.
Like you know what I mean, malls and things like that. So CVS, they're transitioning into being...
Drugstores are having that problem too?
Yeah, for sure.
I guess so.
So they're
They have the worst toys.
So they're transitioning into being actual like clinics. So
Yeah.
you'd be able to go to CVS and Walgreens and things
Interesting.
and get treatment for basic stuff, you know,
Right.
and then use hospitals for actual like emergencies,
Right.
which is kind of cool
Smart.
idea. Yeah, it is
Yeah.
for sure.
That's fascinating.
Yeah, definitely. Because there's no other 24-hour place that you can go to. Like if it's 2 in the morning and you're having
Yep.
chest pains, you have to go to the emergency room, but you
Yeah.
might not need to go. So you end up going for things that don't warrant it,
Yeah.
and that's really expensive for everyone.
Yeah.
So-
Or you do what I did and you cripplingly, in fear, walk around and pace for 7 hours and then go.
And then right.
6
What's
in
it
the
better?
morning. Yeah,
Sure.
that's-
I mean, that's usually what happens.
You gotta do.
Yeah.
Oh, it was horrible.
So Pornhub, go.
So I found out that because of some of the healthcare issues and the way certain people in power in places, they feel about sex ed. And by certain people in power in places, I mean everyone, because everyone's a wuss when it comes to talking about sex.
Yeah, yeah.
Right? So that whole thing about sex education, and they'll still push abstinence from now and again.
Yeah,
and
abstinence
they'll-
only.
Oh, it's
no, it's still they
terrible.
get like billions in
Yeah,
like
and
funding.
it's proven that it doesn't work, and then of course,
course
like,
it doesn't.
let's go have a talk, explain how you do it, and say, but don't. And then of course,
Right.
well, pregnancies rose in that school,
Yeah.
like because
it's a
everyone.
beautiful thing that happens between two people that
Yeah.
you shouldn't do.
Yeah, you wait until you're older. So
Right.
it's a bunch of nonsense instead of telling kids like, so beating it's a thing.
Yeah,
Like and talking
yeah,
to
yeah.
them like an adult and talking to them like that, right? So they teach that, which is nonsense, doesn't work. So Pornhub took it upon themselves, I believe, to build a very amazing looking high tech like healthcare and a website and sex education website.
Ah.
Like to teach people all about sex education and STDs and how it works, all the
Right.
condom jokes you can make and all the stuff. But they're taking it upon themselves because
yeah.
they've just got trillions of dollars because man, porn's pretty
Right,
popular.
right.
So they're
And
gonna
a lot of those kids are on there, so
right,
it's like you
let's
might as well
we're
teach them
gonna
something.
educate them,
Yeah, yeah.
about how it all works because if no one's going to do it, we'll do it.
Right.
Isn't that
right,
fascinating?
Right. I was amazed being, teaching high school, like how uneducated some of the kids, some of the things I'd hear, like what,
Well, listen to me talk about all this now, and I'm almost a full-grown man. Like,
but just about like
know nothing.
pregnancy and STDs
well, that, yeah.
and
No,
like
that's
just
insane.
really not understanding
No.
how, or thinking there's like these loopholes around STDs that don't exist at all. It's no,
Like-
sorry.
Don't believe the things people tell you.
Yeah,
They'll say
I'm not going to
anything.
get into details here,
Yes.
but there was some crazy things that I heard.
Oh.
Putting something on you that that'll prevent it. Like,
Yeah.
no.
Why don't we do it in the
No.
pool?
Yeah, like no,
No.
Mustard does not.
So, some of that spicy brown. Oh, it's natural, organic. Kills STDs like that. Adds a little flavor to the night. You ever have sex? Get all that spicy brown. All right, come on now. Like that is like such a big part of what's going on that you notice is that how uneducated people are. I'll tell you.
Right. Like I wish we had a healthcare class, like
That would be a little
healthcare
better.
system.
Yeah.
Even
And also
like
to not be afraid of it. When I got taught all about sex ed, it was one day from one special guy who came to talk to the class about it. And right?
look at these
Here,
blisters.
yeah, here. What do you think he's did? His name was Homer, so we couldn't stop laughing at that.
Oh God.
He had an Adam's apple you could box like a speed bag. All right? And then so we all get separated. They learn about themselves. We have to learn about ourselves, how
Yeah.
we're supposed to do this and that.
Uh-huh.
And then the next is that's it. One day of that, kids.
And also, what about the separation thing? Is kind of like, why shouldn't a man
I
know
don't
how
know.
a woman's parts
I
work?
think it might help. I don't know if they still do that because again, let's remember when I'm
They
learning
did,
about this.
they did when I was in school, but yeah,
right,
that
but
was
that's
20 years ago.
90 something.
They separated in my school too, where I taught.
Oh, when you taught just years
Yeah,
ago.
that was a couple of years ago. They were
so
still separating them.
Interesting.
Yeah, I know. Like maybe separating and then coming together, but I feel like there should be some sort of
Co-ed version of teaching.
crossover. Yeah.
Yeah. They did
Yeah.
it right on The Simpsons. That's where I got a lot of my sex ed too, is The Simpsons.
Yeah, yeah. I remember what
Troy McClure knows.
Troy McClure.
Yeah, you might remember him from such films. So he has those two bunnies and he
Yeah.
explains it all. That's how I learned it.
We
My
had-
parents came talking about it a little too late.
Yeah,
Like, really,
yeah,
guys?
yeah.
I'm
yeah.
about to get in the car.
Yeah,
I gotta go. Like
Yeah.
I'm driving.
I'm getting married in
Yeah.
2 hours.
The talk, but they're terrified of it. Like it's an interesting thing, and that's maybe a
Right.
generational thing. I don't know.
Yeah, I know. Maybe it's more common now. I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, if there always was.
I certainly wouldn't have wanted my dad to be friends with me Like, at all.
No, I'm good.
I still get uncomfortable if they show boobs in a movie and we're watching it.
Oh yeah. Oh, I've been in that
No
situation a few
thanks.
times.
I gotta go
Nope.
get the popcorn. I'll be
No.
right back. This is a little awkward.
Yep.
So yeah, I don't know. That's a lot of this place is, and by this place I mean America's. The problem is their relationship with sex, but violence is fine. Like that's always what you hear.
Yeah, it's true.
A lot of
It's
other
still that-
countries,
that
it's like
weird-
sex is not a big deal, guys.
Yeah, for sure.
Don't be ashamed of doing certain things.
Yeah,
It's fine.
like
It's
French
normal.
and
Yeah.
yeah.
All
No, it
these
is
places.
weird. This like holdover, this puritanical kind of holdover
Well, it's that whole
thing.
Oh yeah. Everyone here likes to really pretend we're really pure and good.
Yes,
Really
yes.
not
We follow
disgusting,
all the
carnal
laws.
human beings that do all the stuff that they all do behind closed doors.
Yeah.
That suit comes off there.
Yeah.
That
Well,
suit
that's
comes
the
off.
whole, looking back on, the better days of the 50s. Like, no,
Yeah,
they
sure.
were doing this stuff more. It
Yeah.
just was all
It was just
under,
fine.
yeah.
You got a thumbs up and a raise for that. Smoke a cigar too.
Yeah, pat in the butt.
There you go. You're doing a good job. Toots. Terrible. Mad Men was hilarious.
Yeah, I know,
Like,
yeah.
That was ridiculous. But I don't know. Healthcare system baffles me and it scares me.
Yeah, me too. I mean, I really, it's stupid to hold out on this, but I do hold out that they'll eventually, everything's going to just be totally transformed in within 10 years, because it seems like we have gotten to this point where it's like none of this makes sense.
Little
and-
fixes aren't going to work. It's almost just going to be
Yeah,
like
it's not.
this
I mean,
big
you look at like
sweeping
how much
thing.
we pay, how much healthcare costs are for our country. It's like a fifth of our federal budget.
Well, and
It's
it's
like,
also when, and again, we live near Nogales. So
Uh-huh.
when you can go to Canada or another thing, it's like, oh, this medicine here is $7, and over here it's $700.
right. When you see
because
how it
of
works in other places.
all the back scratch and all the nonsense. It's hard to
Uh-huh.
deal with. A lot of corruption, a lot of the wool's been pulled back. So maybe you're right, the 10-year thing, because we need something to shatter before anything can really change.
Yeah.
Like it's not going to change little by little. It's going to be it's this now. Like that is going to be the way it goes. And hopefully it is something like, again, like the way,
the rest of the world works.
Well,
like
yeah, but also
97%.
like gay rights. Like, everyone can get married.
Oh, where
We
it's like
did
all of a
it.
sudden,
It's
yeah,
gonna be
yeah,
like, we
yeah.
have to just,
Yeah, 'cause
today's
it will
the
be one
day,
of those things, 'cause
and it's like this today. It's a lot of fights along the way to get up that hill.
Right.
But
And then when you get there, it's like you're not turning
there
back.
is
like
a
it's
day
insane.
where it's just like things are different now.
Right.
You know,
So
they're
it's like when-
changing the $20 bill. We're getting rid of Columbus Day.
Yeah.
Things are changing. Things do change.
Mm-hmm.
So healthcare it's one of these big things that can change. Again, a lot of this goes same thing about the theme of the everything, gun control of everything,
Mm-hmm.
where you got a lot of people that are doing a lot of things with the money, and
Yeah.
we all know it. And I think that at some point we're all gonna finally know a bit too much, and enough's enough. You know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I
for
think
sure.
that is what it
It's
is.
starting to come out, I think, with the opioid thing too. When you say like,
Yeah.
you see what a role some of the pharmaceutical companies and the
there's a
distributors
crisis.
played on it.
There's a crisis
and it's
in the
like,
nation with
wait a
that.
second.
Yeah.
So I think there's like there's a company called McKesson. You ever heard of that before?
No.
So they're, I think they're a distributor of pills. So I don't know where they work in the machinery of it.
Sure.
They don't make the pills, but they somehow distribute them. I think that's what they do. But the
You
CEO
got
is,
some guy juggling around for a while.
yeah,
That's
it
something.
passes through a bunch of hands, But the CEO is like, I think he was like the second or third highest paid CEO, and
Right.
it's like absurd amounts of money that
Yeah.
these
Well, one of
guys
the-
make.
And I don't understand it because again, like when I make my millions, which will happen because
Mm-hmm.
I believe in myself, I'm going to distribute a lot of that money around. I don't understand why people hoard this thing and
Yeah.
why the head of a company needs to be making like, well, I make 90% more than everybody down here makes.
Yeah.
I don't understand that.
Well, I think it becomes like a pissing contest with other CEOs.
I guess so.
It does become
I
a,
don't understand it, but things
Yeah.
got to change. Where some of these people got to take their money, and I know some
Yeah.
of them do. They're magnanimous with their money, but just very publicly and do it and beat things. I'm going to build
Even
a
if you're
thing here.
making,
I'll
like-
pay for that. I'll
Yeah.
fix a road. I'll do this. I'll
Right.
give you money. I'll pay for your college. I'll do this. What do you
Sure.
do? Scholarships. I
Yeah, if
always
you're
wanted to
making
raise
over
scholarships.
1 million a year, why do you need anything over that?
I don't- again, like,
what
it's
could
all
you
just-
possibly be
Yeah, and maybe 1 million is like, oh well, they're not. But there are some people that are making that.
per year?
Yeah,
though, isn't it
like,
insane?
they're like-
and this McKesson guy, it was over 120 million per year
And
he was
that's
making.
insane. Like, it's just, what do you need it all for? Where's it all going? Do
Yeah.
you need your heirs and your lineage for eons?
Yeah.
That's how someone think.
And the argument is that I deserve it.
You know,
It's
well,
like,
if you watch that
sure.
Game of Thrones, honestly, because they do just believe in that. Remember what those people are doing?
Hmm.
They don't have conversations like we have. They have conversations we'll never think of. And I bet they talk about bloodlines,
Hmm.
lineage, and ruling as a family for
Right, yeah,
they
they're
do.
filling line.
I guarantee it. They drink out of golden goblets and poop in golden toilets. I posted
Well,
a
our
video
president does, you
about,
know that.
Yeah, right? I posted a video about, there's some restaurant that gold chicken wings they make.
Oh, I
Gold-
saw
Did
that.
you see that?
Yeah, they had. Did you ever see the There's a David Cross thing where he talks about that. There was some restaurant where they have like a gold flakes
Yep.
on top of it.
There it
Just
is.
poop it out. And there you go.
There it is. You piece of something.
And
Right?
it's just because so you can say I did
I did
this.
that.
You know,
Right.
it's just
That's
it's
exactly
it's
right.
it's
and
the,
that's a lot of the world. Everything's like I said.
Yeah.
Everything's different in high school. It all feels the same.
Right.
It doesn't matter because if you got $10 billion, that guy's got $11 billion, and he just bought
Yeah,
a
because
bigger
we all do.
one of
We
those.
compete. You know, like our friends, I guess our economic level, we compete on like vacations. I went to like Hawaii.
think
Look
a
what
lot of
I
people
did.
do
You know,
that.
do that kind of stuff. But you go up in the chain, and yeah, you're competing against. Oh,
Yeah.
this is my Bugatti. Oh,
Yeah.
this is my.
I own this many
yeah.
houses. I have this many cars. Like it is that. That's a big. It's a big part of the culture.
Yeah.
But who knows? Guys like me who are a little too nice, maybe that is maybe why we don't make it to the top. But I've been working real hard.
Yeah,
And
I
I'll
know.
follow through with this thing.
But you know
because
what?
I think it's fun and maniacal.
We all end up in the same place, the damn ground.
Oh my! What a
You
horrible
know? Well, I'm
thing
just
to
saying
say.
you can't.
I just got
you
back from
can't.
the hospital.
Hey, look, this
You
is.
monster.
You're reminding me of my mortality right now. You know where I always get to bring it.
This immortality.
The point is, you can't bring it with you. So at the end of your life, you can look back and say, I was a nice guy. People liked me. I have a lot of friends. I'm poor. I don't have a bed to die in, but I've got a lot of friends.
I have said that. Doesn't matter if I'm broke as anything. I just want my funeral to be packed because that meant I helped and affected that many people. And
you'll have like some sort of weird funeral where they.
it's your party in a lifetime. Party in a lifetime. Come on. I always said I would do it, and then like Colbert kind of makes this joke where it's like I just want to be like in a mausoleum and just like take a picture with me. You know, that's fine. Just stuff me. I'm a riot. Just riot for me. You could even put a button. I'll make a sound. I don't even care. It'd be great. One of my friends quoted me. He said I had moved back here, and he's like I always like hanging out with you. It's like I always know when you're around. I'm like, oh, what do you mean? He just goes, ha! Because that's me in a public place. It's like Edna Krabappel.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. What is The Simpsons? Yeah.
Yeah. Ha! Ha! That's me. So that's what you just push the button. Ha! Because that's as funny as it is. It's as funny as it is, dead man. You know how I'm gonna go to? I always know I'm gonna go. Slip on a banana peel.
Yeah, that's the way to go. Crack your head open. Yep,
That's fine.
Yep, the funniest.
I'd laugh as I
always thought,
as the blood
right.
comes dripping out. I'd be laughing.
Yeah, I always said that too. Ironic death, like getting hit by an ambulance. Is another
There
one I
you
always
go.
think about.
But while saving a child. That's how I want to.
Right. Yeah.
Like Superman.
Another good one I always thought of is like, if you were back in like you were back in the '60s, so we're safe here. You know when they used to like get under the desks, like the
duck and cover.
Yeah, the duck and cover.
Yeah.
If like a desk fell and killed you, it'd be pretty funny.
Oh yeah, that's hilarious.
Ironic at least.
Oh yeah, that's great. That's just a great way to go. That is just sad. That's a sad way to die.
But it's kind of
Everybody
funny.
gets up from under their desk and the kids just laying there.
You didn't get killed by the nuclear bombs,
No.
but yeah, that desk.
Poor American craftsmanship. That's what got Jimmy. Ah, Jimmy. That's a shame. You were going to be such play. That's all right. No, all right, let's not. All right. Do you want to?
Yeah.
Honestly, I guess the talk of dying children really kind of abruptly pulled this conversation.
Yeah, you know, that's usually where I take it.
Yeah.
The last couple of weeks, that's
sun's
that's where
probably
I go.
getting you.
Yeah, I didn't get into suicide today.
Yeah,
so
thank God.
That's
Let's keep
for
it there.
next week.
Why don't we save that for dinner?
That
You wanna
sounds
go have
great.
dinner? Let me tell you
Yeah.
something.
What are you doing tonight?
Well, right now, I want to go get something to eat because if we go, I think it's a little before 6. We can still get the early bird. It's between 5 and 6. I want to get the early bird.
Okay.
So let's go get some food.
So real quick,
Yeah.
I'm gonna go see a show tonight. Yeah. A guy I'm working with,
Yeah.
Sean Louis, is his
Oh!
name. You know him, right?
Handsome and talented.
Yeah, sure.
Yes.
He's playing a free show at Congress tonight.
Hotel
Absolutely free.
Congress?
Hotel Congress.
My favorite Congress
Where,
of all.
where they caught Dillinger, right?
That's right.
Yeah, okay.
Where some
Dillinger was
about
there,
that.
maybe he stayed there,
He
I
stayed
don't know.
there for a time with all
Sure.
this gold.
Yes, yes.
That's right.
I don't know if that will be
And
there.
they burned it down.
But Sean Louis will be there performing.
Oh, burning it down as well.
Yep. Absolutely free. What
That's
do you
amazing.
say?
I'm down.
You down?
Free?
Free.
Free
Nothing.
show? Early bird dinner? Mm-hmm. Oh, gee, it's so old.
It's all right. It'll make you feel better. It'll make you feel better.
I have to change.
Because we can't get in the pool today, obviously.
I'm not
That's not
going
happening.
swimming. I'll
I
have a
was in there
cramp.
earlier, so. All right. Well, then you got to.
don't lose any of my stuff.
Yeah.
Don't
Let's
lose
be
anything.
very careful.
Don't lose
with
all that stuff.
Yeah.
There's
yeah.
some stuff.
You
Hang
gotta
on.
zip that up.
Right?
All right.
There
See
we
you.
go. Hang on. Let's go.
All right.
Let's go catch the thing.
Okay. Let's go.
If we go now, we can catch the bus.
Let's go on a journey.
Let's go. All right. Oh, Joe, my sciatica.
Grab my pills.
Grab my
Here,
pills.
you throw your pills in there.
Don't lose my pills.
All right, we'll throw
Leave
them
my
in here.
medicine all in one spot.
All right.
Oh, I think I got to.